Well, y'all would have heard all of that, but just don't worry. We're going to run it back because everything is going to be all right. It's like that. I didn't know, man. I didn't realize I had a mic on. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it over. We're going to do it over. Hold on. Let me get this thing right. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Everything is going to be okay. We're going to do this thing. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to do it all over, baby. We're going to do it all over. Daily Go Getimism Show, baby. Daily Go Getimism Show. Let's do this. All right. All right. I'm here flapping my gums and y'all not even getting none of it. Let's do it like this. Boom. Well, this is a little bit better. Yeah. And now am I coming through loud and clear? Am I putting something right now in your ear? Yeah, I'm on a tear. I'm kind of on a tour. We're going to do this thing and make sure your pleasure is real heightened. I'm going to do this thing. It's kind of exciting. And I was messing up. I didn't mean to do it. Then I'm trying to make these rhymes flowing like fluid, but I messed up. Didn't have the mic on, but now I got that thing on. Yeah, this is the joint. What's going on, Remar? Thanks for coming on through. Thanks for being a star. And I see you, GH224. And I'm glad that you're coming on through. And I hope you're ready to get into this thing. And let's start talking. We're going to do this thing. We do it while we walking. But make sure the thing is kind of hot. Like I do this thing every night. Yeah, it's kind of a lot. A lot of people don't do it every day, but I like to stay in practice. No, I'm not an actress or like an actor, but main factor, I'm going to do this thing. Flew like a tractor. Yo, hold on a second. I take a second to record, a minute to get in it. I'ma win it. I'ma make sure that we all wave the flag. I'm talking the black one, the red one. Yo, Mag. No, not MAGA. If that's the way that you go, well, that's what you say. But I believe in freedom, and I think that a liberty is we need them. What's going on, y'all, man? How y'all feeling tonight, man? I'm feeling like a real man should. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show, all up in your area. My name is Sun752. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. And tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we're going to talk about the enemy within. The enemy within. What y'all know about the enemy within? Well, the question that we have to ask ourselves tonight is, are the people who are close to us the bigger danger, the bigger threat to our ability to have peace, tranquility, safety, security? Or is it the people that we don't know, the people who we don't know, the people who are strangers, the people who are enemies from afar? You know, the people who may be pulling strings and making moves behind the scenes that you don't even know. Sometimes, let's see. I remember Tupac introduced me to that saying, because he's not the one who made it up, but he introduced me to that saying, keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer. Well, if the enemies are closer, then that means that the enemies are right there in your circle. So are you going to, if they're close to you like that, are you going to treat them like enemies? Or will you do like a lot of people do when they get close to other people that they are unfamiliar with and start getting friendly with them, start getting more familiar with them, start treating them like family? Well, we're going to get into it tonight. I said, get into it tonight. We're going to make it right. Yeah, keep it tight. Quite excited about the show that's about to go. I'm glad to be with here, and all of y'all know that I do this thing every night, 2:00 a.m. Yo, I don't even get stemmed. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't pop pills, no nothing up my nose. Yeah, and I keep my clothes kind of pressed. Yeah, I still use an iron. I know y'all be using no iron, but I still do. Yeah, and it's not expiring. Make sure that everything is pressing. I make sure that if anyone wants to test, that I'm ready to pass, because I know the class and I done practice already, and I'm keeping steady. Are y'all ready? The enemy within. What y'all know? What do y'all know about the enemy within, man? What do you know about the enemy within? Not being able to trust the people who are close to you. It really sounds like paranoia when you really think about it. It almost sounds like somebody who was schizophrenic. You know how when somebody is suffering from really, really bad mental illness, you know how they think that the people who are close to them are unrecognizable. And sometimes there are voices in their head telling them that the people who are close to them are the ones who are trying to hurt them, who are trying to steal from them, who are trying to harm them, who are trying to trick them, who are trying to do everything except for help them, love them, be close to them, and take care of them. So it's a bad situation. But when you're going through stressful times in your life, shoot, that's almost as bad as the paranoia coming from mental illness like that. So the other part of it is it could be a real thing. It could be a real thing. In other words, you may have a circle of people, or you may have grown up around people who really do. Listen, Gabriel Ramirez, Senor Ramirez, alta. If you keep writing Baca, then I'm going to have to get you on up out of here. I don't really want to do it, but I'll do it because you're messing up the chat. And I'm not having that. So I'm going to give you one more time to write Baca after you hear my voice, and then it's bye-bye for you. And maybe you don't mind. I don't mind either. Okay. That's going to do it. That's going to do it, my peoples. Thanks for nothing, you dummy. Let me see. All righty. Oh, wait. Let me get this thing. Okay. All right. So, yeah, it could be a real thing. It's not always your perception that's telling you that somebody is against you. You may have ironclad proof. You may have grown up in a family that taught you all of the wrong values. Like, unfortunately, there are some people who grew up within families that taught them that lying is okay, stealing is okay, violence is okay, everything negative is okay, as long as you don't get caught, and as long as you don't admit to anything that you've ever done. Some people grow up in those families, and when you're taught all the wrong values from the beginning of your life, it's really hard to let go of those values and latch on to good values from people who are helpful and productive and decent. Now imagine that. Like, for example, let's do this. For example, let's take this drum, just an ordinary conga drum. Imagine if you grew up and your parents and your siblings, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody who was close to you told you that this drum was a football. Imagine they told you that this drum was a football. So from the time that you were a baby and you were crawling and you started walking and you started to make sounds and start to talk, and they pointed to this drum and told you football. Play the football. Football. Now, so from the time that you were young, from the time that you were a baby, from the time that you were young and impressionable, from the time that you started to learn anything, your parents, your siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, extended families, they all told you that a drum was a football. So you go to school on your first day of school, whether you started in preschool or whether you started in kindergarten or whether you started in the first grade. And then when you saw a drum, you said, "Yo, that's a football. I know how to play football." And they like, "Wait, you're confusing all the kids. You're confusing all the kids because this you're saying that you know how to play football, but you're pointing to a drum. So they have an actual football and they're saying, no, this is a football. You want to play?" And you're like, "No, that's not a football. This is a football. Let me show you how to play." Now you think you're playing a football and everybody around you, your classmates, your teachers, in recess, people that you don't even know, kids that don't know you, are all telling you this is a drum, not a football. And you're saying, no, I know this is a football because my mommy told me it was a football. My daddy told me it was a football. My brothers and my sisters told me it was a football. My aunties, my uncles, my cousins, my granddad, my grandmom, everybody told me this is a football. And I know it's a football because they wouldn't lie to me. Well, that's the same. That's the same as you being a child and your parents telling you that it's okay to lie as long as you don't lie to me. It's okay to steal as long as you don't steal from me. Never admit to getting caught. Make sure that there's always somebody around you to blame, whatever. So when you're taught all of the wrong values, all of the wrong things as a young person, it sticks with you, and it's hard, much harder for the good things in the right way and the correct things to come into your psyche. And it's even harder to start practicing doing things the right way when you've gotten so good at the wrong ways to do things. You understand what I'm saying? So when we start talking about the enemy within, and we start talking about the people who are close to us being the ones who are the most deceptive, who are the most evil, who are the most violent, who are the most hurtful, who are the least productive, who are the most disconcerting. When we get that at a young age, it's hard to get out of it. So once you finally learn the right way, you may have to start to reevaluate your relationship with all of the people who taught you things. And it's also going to work on your trust factors. Who are you going to be able to trust if the people who raised you, who birthed you, raised you, and groomed you, and tutored you, and neutered you, and brought you up, coached you, when they've told you all the wrong things, giving you all the wrong information, set you up for total failure. So when you finally learn the right way, or when somebody finally convinces you that the right way is really the right way instead of the wrong way that you've been taught and the way you've been doing it, how are you going to know how to trust them? How will you know? So it can put you in a compromising position at a very young time in your life, and you might be stuck like Chuck. So when we start talking about the enemy within, so the people closest to you are the people who are the most dangerous towards you. Well, let's get into it. And get involved. These puzzle pieces right now, we gonna solve. Let's get involved in the things that we want. We gonna do this tonight. It's the 16th of the month. It was the 15th, and that's the day we represent. So I'm still on Tuesday. I hope that you say that we can do this and still move on. But we gotta go back a little bit. You understand? All right. The lines are open tonight for all of the people who've never been here before. This is a totally interactive show. We have a call-in number that you can call in if you would like to actually participate in the show, lend your commentary, and participate verbally. So you can call this number that I'm going to put in the chat, and you can also speak live. So I'm going to pin it. I already put it in there, and I pinned the number, and so you can call the number. The number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. Call 319-527-6199, and we will get you on up in here. We'll get you on the line. There is no censorship on this show. I don't have restrictions on what you can say. You say it how you feel it. You say it how you express yourself. you get it off your chest. We're talking about the enemy within tonight. This is actually a deep topic. It really is. It's a deep topic, and it's also a current topic. It is. This is a current topic in the way of, we have a certain presidential, Republican presidential nominee who is the former 45th president of the United States, and he talks about the enemy within a lot. And he teaches, says, preaches, professes that the enemy within are the liberals, are the Democrats, the radical Democrats, as he says. He says that the real problem with this country are the radical Democrats who are allowing all of these immigrants to flood into the country and tear this country apart. They're taking all of our jobs. They're committing all of these crimes. And, so the enemy within, as far as the deep state is concerned, as far as the other political party who he considers to be the enemy, they are the ones who are the biggest problem. So on one hand, because you have to keep up with this, and I'm not trying to get all really political or whatever, but it is what it is. And this is an important time in our lives. So we have to take this into consideration. So on one hand, he says that the enemy within is the problem politically. Politically, the enemy within, which he considers to be the Democratic Party, they are the problem with this country. They are the ones keeping everybody broke, keeping the prices high, just allowing the country to run amok and whatever. But on the flip side, when it comes to crime, he says that the enemy are the immigrants, because they're flooding this country and they're raping and pillaging and murdering. That's what he says. So, you kind of have to pay attention and try to figure this thing out. So politically, the enemy is within. But as far as law enforcement is concerned or crime is concerned, the enemy is coming from across the border. Now, I'm a logically thinking man. I consider myself to be a logical thinker. And I know what I see versus what I might read or see on TV or whatever. So I know what I see in real life. I live in a violent city. I live in a crime-filled city, and that's the city of Philadelphia. That's where I was born and raised. That's where I am right now. And I can tell you right now that immigration is not the problem in the city as far as crime is concerned. You do not see a bunch of Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. No, Puerto Ricans aren't considered. Well, okay, they're not immigrants. Okay, Dominicans, El Salvadorians, Hondurans. You don't see any Hispanics, Russians, or any foreign enemy, so to speak. Let me say, no, I don't want to use the word enemy. I don't see any immigrants being the problem with crime in our city. Whenever I hear about crime in our city, especially violent crime, a lot of times it's black on black crime. It is what it is. And if you check our prison system, that's what you see. Black, white, Latinos, but not immigrants. So I don't know where immigrants are taking over these cities and committing all of these violent crimes and the theft and all of this old havoc and mayhem, but it ain't here. And it sure isn't because we have a shortage of immigrants in the city. So it is what it is. So, when we start talking about the enemy within, you kind of have to try to figure out this thing. Like, does it pass your eye test? Does it pass your eye test? Satan or Satan says, but they took our job. They took our jobs. Oh, yeah. What jobs did you lose to an immigrant? Because I never have. I'm just keeping it a buck. I have never lost or know anybody who lost any jobs to immigrants, except I will tell you who lost jobs to immigrants. Contractors Contractors, like carpenters, cement workers, people who do home building, they have lost jobs to immigrants. And you know why they lost jobs to immigrants? Because they were overpricing people. They were pricing themselves out of the market. And they were overpricing and they were under delivering. That's what I've known so many contractors that ran off with deposits or started the work, demanded more money while they were working, didn't finish projects, got the full balance of the money and left things undone. Promised to come back, never promised to come back. So you know what that left the market open for? Some immigrants to come in and do the work for cheap, without taking all of these weeks, because a lot of the contractors that I knew, the domestic contractors, were stretching these jobs out. And I know why they're stretching the jobs out. Whenever you do a job, you want to be able to get more business on that block in that neighborhood. So you want people to see you working. So their strategy came back to bite them on their ass when other people came in, when some immigrants came in and did the job fast, did it thoroughly. And see, when you do a job good, thorough, complete, and economically, guess what happens? You get referrals. So you get more and more business. So while our American counterparts was bullshitting, the Mexicans fucked them up and took their jobs. But I don't know any office jobs that any immigrants took. I don't know of any of that. I just don't. I don't know anybody, not one person that has lost a job to an immigrant. So I don't know. So these black jobs or whatever, I don't know. Hold on. Let me see what y'all talking about, because I think y'all talking now. Let me see. Jacob Randall. Shar Yomo. What's going on? May 88. Satan says, don't be insane. That thing is a hacky sack. I don't know what you're talking about. Richard Ramirez. The serial killer Richard Ramirez says, I only get hit from mom if I didn't listen to her or skip school. I would not be punished if I did anything to anyone else. My mom don't care about others, only me. Okay. Tyler Weber says, crazy. You got to convince people not to steal, lie, and kill. Man, it's bad out here. It's bad out here, my dude. Satan says, my mom would French kiss me if I was a bad boy. Oh my God. Why am I even reading this shit? Okay. Cypher says, Jesus said, my kind was the downfall of Rome. Mm-hmm. Rome. Do we really want to talk about Rome? I mean, we can. I'd rather not. Sheesh. Tony Amato, what up, man? And thanks for coming back through. We have been taught Keynesian economics, which is basically socialism for the rich and nothing for the poor. We were never thought through Austrian free market economics. Interesting. Richard Ramirez says, Mexicans I know made their own companies. I mean, shoot, if you can't get anybody to feed you, you got to feed yourself some kind of way. Oh, Satan said it's a South Park reference. I'm just playing. Okay, all right, cool. My bad, man. I don't want to get all sensitive on y'all. Cypher says, according to the FBI statistics. What according to the FBI statistics? Because you ain't gonna tell me. First of all, they keep. Well, Donald Trump, in particular, keeps throwing out extreme. He's embellishing numbers. First, he's saying thousands of immigrants. Hundreds of thousands. He'll say that. Hundreds of thousands of immigrants are coming across the border, and they're all criminals. All hundreds of thousands of them. First of all, there aren't hundreds of thousands of them. That's number one. And if hundreds and thousands of them were killing and raping people, we wouldn't have an immigration problem. we wouldn't have one person in this country that wouldn't be down to send everybody who isn't from here away. So that's not happening. And you know what it reminds me of? Y'all remember the movie Scarface? Remember the movie Scarface? Remember in the beginning of the movie when Tony Montana is on the in the concentration camps, you know, where the Cubans were coming in across the border and they had to go through they were trying to get them through immigration or whatever, or they had them in isolation camps or whatever. And they played a clip of Fidel Castro. And they were saying how he was emptying out his jails and all of his mental asylums and sending those and letting those people come to the United States. He was letting them defect from Cuba to the United States. Maybe it was true. Maybe it wasn't as true as the numbers that we were talking about. But that's what Donald Trump is saying now. Places like Venezuela or whatever South American South American or Caribbean country he doesn't like, he really demonizes them in that way. So, you kind of have to, logically decipher what somebody is doing and what they're saying, because that shit ain't passing the smell test. All right. But nonetheless, we're talking about the enemy within. I need y'all to do me a little favor. Please hit the like button. We got 4 likes, and that's just not fair. We got 4 likes. What's going on here? We got 4 likes. I know we can do better than that. Come on through. Come on, wet the cat. Yo, do something about that. I need 4, 5, 6, up to 10. Triple that, quadruple that, and I'll tell you when. Right now, I know when you come in, you start listening and watching, and then you forget to just push that like button. You might do it at the end, but you might forget. So I need y'all to do right now on the set. Please, just give me a like. I mean, I'm not going to sell you anything. I promise not to ask you for anything. There won't be any begging. You know what I mean? I just hit the like button. I promise to perform up to at least a like. And it's time for us to get dressed. I haven't even done that yet. What up, James Macon? Forget the jobs. What about that free money they giving them? What about it? Because we talk about the free money that they supposedly get. But guess what? Guess what? Whatever they get is budgeted, and that means you won't get it regardless. That's what what I kind of, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to dismiss anything, but this reminds me of, I'm a big sports fan, especially football, basketball, the big 4. I like football, basketball, baseball, and hockey, right? And when one of those superstars gets a new contract and everybody is saying, well, I hope they play up to that contract, or when they don't perform up to the new contract they got, everybody's saying, we gave him all that money, he got all that money, and he ain't doing it, blah, 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 blah. He robbed the fans. I'm like, he robbed the fans. He robbed the fans. Like, I always think to myself when I hear that shit, whatever money he's getting to you, he's getting, if he didn't get that money, it's not going in your pockets. It's not. No way. In any way. Maybe you think that if we weren't paying them so much, then the tickets would be the price of the tickets would be cheaper. No, they wouldn't. The tickets are going up regardless because the demand is high. And no matter how high they make the tickets, you're going to go. Ask the Lakers fans. Ask the Boston Celtics fans. Ask the Dallas Cowboys fans. Even the Redskins. Oh, I'm sorry. The Washington football team. I'm sorry. The Commanders. As Yankees fans, the tickets are never going down. They're always going to go up. So they're always going to pay some athlete a bunch of money. That's the way it goes. But it will never benefit you, the consumer. And if you really think about it, if you were at your job and you had a chance to make a bunch of money through a raise, through a bonus, whatever, imagine your other coworkers booing and saying, no, don't pay him all that money. You know what I mean? You know, shoot, all he does is sit up in his cubicle all day and go and be online watching YouTube and on social media. You ain't trying to hear that shit. Whatever money your company gives you, you're going to accept that shit as long as there's more money. Yet, you want to hate on LeBron James or Bronny James or Joel Embiid or Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott or what's my people's name on the quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens? You know who I'm talking about. Sometimes, I get all excited. I start forgetting them shit. But, whoever the top guy is, they're going to get their money. And no matter what, it's not going to go in your pocket. So you can say, yeah, they're giving the immigrants all this money. Well, there's a budget for them to get the money. But trust me, they're not making immigrants rich. And guess what? They're not going to make you rich either. It's not in the plan. It's not in the budget. The only person that will make you rich is you. You. So play the lottery. Get a scratch off. Or educate yourself. Take your ass to work. Bust your ass. Plan your work. Work your plan. Stay consistent. Be productive. Get other people. Get residual income and make your dough. Because that's the only way you're going to ever be able to stop complaining and stop giving a shit about what somebody else is making. It don't have nothing to do with you. Ain't nobody taking your jobs. That shit is a fucking illusion. It's a selling point for politicians. Y'all ain't lost y'all job. I can guarantee you nobody listening to this show right now has lost any jobs to any immigrants. I can guarantee you. I would bet money. It's always somebody else that you heard about. Come on, man. So when we start talking about the enemy within, let me do this because I'm over here, yapping it up with y'all. Let me put on my uniform. For those of y'all who haven't been to this show before, we get dressed around here. We put on our uniform and get right. So let me put on mine, and then I'm going to help you put on yours. Yes, you put on yours too. So these are genuine cow bones. You see the structure? You see that? It's looking good. We good. All right. So I put on my cow bones, and then you get to put on yours. So which one do you want to wear? You can either have the one on the left. You like genuine cow bones, baby. The one on the left, or the one in the middle. Or the one on the right. Which one you like? The one on the right, the one in the middle, or the one on the left? What's it going to be? Which one is it going to be? Which one? The one on the left, the one in the middle, or the one on the right? Hurry up. We don't have all day. Only need three votes for either one, and we ready. James Rad says right. Senor Ramirez says middle. Okay. So we got one for the right, one for the middle, one for the right, one for the middle. We need another one for the right. We need another one for the middle. Nobody for the left. All right. This is the one on the left. That's the one in the middle. And the one on the right. All right. We got two for the. Oh, no. It's the same, right? All right. So we got one for the left, one for the middle. We got one each. We got one each. Wait. No, we got two for right. We got two for right. All we need is one more right, and that's going to do it. All we need is one more right. All we need is one more right. And say, this is the one on the left. This is the one on the middle. This is the one on the right. We just need one more vote. One more vote for the right, and it's going to happen. As a matter of fact, this is taking too long. So we're going to count down to 10 and see what happens. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So the one on the right is going to win. Let's hear it for the right. All right. Here we go. Stick your neck out. No Diddy. And let me give you the ocular proof. You can prove that you were here because you're not going to find these bones anywhere. All right. So let's see. This is what y'all looking like. Let's see what you're looking like. Hold on. It's a good look. Look at you. Mira. Check it out. Yeah, ladies, you're looking good. You're looking gorgeous. You're looking beautiful. You're looking pretty. You're looking sweet. You're looking sexy. Brothers, looking handsome, looking suave, looking debonair, looking smooth. You got on your fly stuff. You're looking good tonight. You look at your fly stuff. Yeah, looking bright. I said, I take a screenshot. I give it what you got. I take a screenshot. I give you like it a lot. I take a screenshot. You know how we do. Yo, screenshot. Yo, the cow bones on you. All right, so let's get back into it. Y'all. All right, so we talking about the enemy within. What do you know about the enemy within? What do you know about the people who are close to you? Family members, friends, neighbors, classmates, co-workers, the people who know you the best, the people who are the most visible to you. What do you know about them being the ones who are blocking your ability to have peace in your life, your ability to have safety in your life, your ability to have security in your life? The enemy within. We can talk all day about the enemy that we don't know, don't see, and the one that we perceive. But what do we know about the enemy within? And do we believe? Do we think that the people who are close to us are the ones who are the most dangerous for us? If y'all would like to call into the show, the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. Call that number. You can get right on in here. This is good for the trolls. Any trolls who want to come through and talk shit, I be like, look, call the number. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Don't stay in here and troll and talk shit like I'm going to give you that attention. You want real attention? You want the spotlight? You want your little 5-10 minutes of fame? Call the number 319-527-6199. Other than that, shut the fuck up and get up out of here. Get up out of here. Nobody want to see you. Nobody came here to see you. All right. So we good. All right. Let me read. What up, Omar? What up, Joe B? Tony Amato, Alvaro, James Macon. Okay. All right. Let me see. Tony Amato says borders also help monopolists figure out how many people they need for their monopolized artificial central planned economy. You would not see borders in a true free market, but exchange of value. That's good. That's good wisdom right there. James Macon says that's the whole point. We've been here and can't get anything. They come here and get everything. Well, why would you expect to get something for just being here? What do you think this is? Your cable company? I mean, your cell phone company? Because you know how like your cable company, your cell phone company, you've been a customer for so many years, you've given them all of this money, but they only treat the new customers with these big discounts and these no contract type of deals and all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, you getting these limited services for like 200 or more dollars, somewhere between $200 and $300. The new customers come in and they get treated like the prettiest girl in the school who just got here. Oh yeah, you get everything, premium channels, everything, unlimited everything. You want unlimited data? Yeah. 5G. Matter of fact, we almost up to 6G. Yeah. $99 a month. 5 lines. 5 lines? Yeah. So no, it's not like that. Now, I can understand the argument that we pay our taxes and it seems like we still get treated like chopped liver. I do. I understand that. The thing is, I don't have any proof that immigrants are being treated like royalty. Many of them come from poor countries and you know, they're really just looking for a better way. So a lot of the jobs that they're getting aren't paying them. Like, okay, I work for a company that at one time utilized temp labor, temporary employment labor. And the temp agency charged, let's say, for example, the temp agency charged our company $40 per employee, but they were only paying the employee $14, $15, $16 an hour. So they're keeping upwards of $35 to $38. I'm sorry. 28 to 30, 25 to 30 dollars for themselves just for getting them the job. They don't provide any benefits or anything. But because the immigrants don't know any better, they worked for that little bit of money. Meanwhile, they would have made more if they worked for the company. But because they may have some problems with a language, you know, they may not know English very well, so they go for the okie doke just to make a couple of dollars to be able to feed their family. You know, so I've seen both sides of it, and I've seen the predatory part of both sides. So my experience with some of the immigrants is that they're getting shitted on. They're getting jobs, but they're not taking any jobs away from anybody. Nobody. The reason that we employed temporary labor in the first place is because nobody wanted to come to work after the COVID era. Nobody wanted to come to work during the COVID era, and certainly when COVID was sort of phasing out. But these immigrants, they would work. Plus, I don't have it in me. I'm a little too logical to blame. Like, if I'm talking about drugs, I can't blame the drug addict for the problem. I have to blame who's ever letting the drugs into the country, and I have to blame the drug dealers. They're the ones who profiting. You're gonna blame the victim? Even though when it comes to drugs, I'm not sure if there are any victims because you don't have to get high. But whole nother story. All right. James Maker says, we're not talking about earning. We're talking about the free money. I don't know nothing about no free money. Tony Almano says, if money grew on trees, it would have the value of the leaves on trees. Every country has a credit rating, how much they can borrow from privately owned central bank. Please tell them thank you. Daniel Mudrov says, this country is too corrupt, dude. What country is not corrupt? Please find me a government that doesn't involve itself in any corruption. Please. Satan says, I hope Cowboys lose every game they play this year. Me too. This is a great season so far. Well, yes and no, because I'm an Eagles fan. So I'm not really liking the way things are going. Them goddamn Commanders, but oh well. All right, all right. I'm sorry, I'm so far back up in the comments, but I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything good. Tony Amato says males must build value for that value or suffer. That's the same as lions as well. Facts. Happy 123. Oh no, no, never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry I mentioned you, Happy. Fuck you. All right, yeah, fuck you, Happy. All right. Elfeo and F Stover. Oh man. Zoe the Savage. What's going on, Zoe? Tony Amato says, in order for a government to give, okay. Suavier Daddy 83. What up? In Info Spot 411. What's up, my peoples? Suavier says, he said F you. Yeah, I say fuck them. Listen. If you want to troll, you come to the right place. I'm telling you. I will go back and forth with you. As long as you don't fuck up that chat, though. You start messing up the chat. Now we tengo problemas. Nosotros tengo problemas. ¿Entiendes? ¿Entiende? Okay. So, the enemy within. No, I can honestly say this is not my problem. I've been able to trust the people who were closest to me all my life. But I realized that I'm sort of like an anomaly because a lot of people have grown up in families where they felt betrayed or had their backs turned on them or they were neglected or they just weren't treated with the love and attention and the affection and given the tools of success that they needed. Now, I'm not saying that the way I grew up or the people that I grew up with were all hunky-dory and I definitely don't look at life through rose-colored glasses. Actually, I'm pretty much of a cynic. However, I won't allow you into my space if I don't think that I can trust you, if I don't think that I can rely on you, or if I don't think that I can depend on you. And I don't really, care about too much else. If you do what you say you're going to do, I'm good with that. Even if I know that you won't do the things that you said that you would do, at least I know that. So I can actually count on you to not be able to count on you. And strangely, I'm all right with that. Go figure. I don't know. I can't explain it. All right. Info Spot says, call in, but bring your A game. Tell them, Info, you can call in. But Info, most people don't want to call in because, they're scaredy cats. And it's a little harder to get your verbal thoughts together and be able to talk about the things that are on your mind without getting too nervous or getting rattled, even though I give you enough time to say whatever you need to say. I'm not going to rush you off the phone and I'm not going to try to ridicule you. I really want people to be able to express themselves. That's what kind of platform this is. But a lot of people would rather keep it in the chat because, you reveal a lot when you call into a show. It's just like video calling. Like, it's a little different when somebody gets to see what you look like. Have you ever been surprised? Have you ever seen somebody only in pictures, still pictures before? And then when you see them in person, you see the way their mouth moves and it kind of throws you off because you never thought that their mouth would move that way. So they might talk like this or something like, and you're like, wait a minute, I never thought you would talk like that when I saw you in the picture. You might talk like that sometimes, or they might have fucked up teeth and they've, forever been giving you the closed mouth smile and you haven't noticed it. So they've been giving you the never saw their teeth. Find out that they don't really have a lot of them, or the teeth are sort of looking like abandoned building windows. Some broken, some up, some down. You know what I mean? A lot of them shattered. All right. All right. So, oh yeah. So when we talk about the enemy within, we have a lot to talk about. There's actually a lot to unpack. Because when you start talking about the enemy within, you're actually talking about the way that you've learned to trust people. It talks about, it actually goes into the way that you've been taught to think. For example, have you ever had confidence in somebody who moves unscrupulously? And by unscrupulously, I mean that sometimes we grow up with parents or a brother or sister that knows how to get over on people. They may have the gift of gab. They may have sticky fingers. They may have a way of influencing people to do things that other people would not do and probably should not do. And they may be close to those people, and you're close to that. You're close to the person who's close to those kind of people. So let's say it's your big brother or your big sister, and they've been a big influence on you. So even though you know that they lie, they cheat, they deceive, they steal, they'll resort to violence if nothing else works, but they'll do anything ruthlessly and unscrupulously to get what they want, even if they don't deserve what they want and what they get. But that's who you grew up with, and that's your right-hand man. That's your ace boon coon. That's your best friend. That's the love of your life. You know, many women have been in love and married to and had children and families with gangsters. You aware of what they do for a living? Do you just put it out of your mind? One thing is for sure, when they are providing for you, you probably don't look at them as the enemy within. But what if they don't always provide, but you're still cool with them? What if they don't always do the right things by you, for you, to you, but you're still cool with them? Having history with something can be a gift and the curse. Can I get an amen with that for that? Having history with somebody can be the gift and the curse. How many of y'all out there have had children with somebody that you really wish you had not had children with? A bad baby mama, bad baby daddy. What's going on? Yo, you mad at me? I wish that I never met you before. I also wish you were somebody I never saw, or I wish that I would have kept moving instead of being with you. I'm not improving. My situation is getting bad. My frustration is coming. I'm tired of being out here. Yeah, I'm looking and bumming. And I know that I could do better for myself, but I'm dealing with you and the deal is dealt. And my health is failing because I'm reeling, because I'm dealing with you. And I wish that I never saw you too. And I got two. Speaking of two, I got two kids like you, and I gotta do what I gotta do. So even though you make me want to leave this earth, I have to stay into this situation because it is worth it. And I can't let my babies be out there suffering. I feel like I got headaches all the time. The buffering is what I need to take habitually. It's crazy, and I know that I can do better. This could come on, baby. Can you stop acting ratchet and crazy? I gotta deal with you because you used to be my lady. Maybe you still are. Maybe we can go far, but I know this thing. It ain't for Omar. My name is Omar. Oh, outstanding man, arrogant and rough. Y'all understand, I know that life is tough. And my bluff won't get called and it won't get pulled. And I'm tired of all this shit. It's kind of like a bull. Yo, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. A bad baby mom or a bad baby dad make you feel like this is the worst time you ever had in your life. But she was your wife and now y'all divorced. But you gotta pay that money, of course. Because the court says so. The judge said you gonna do this shit and I'm gonna budge. All right. Okay. What we talking about? What we talking about? Info says I'm Generation X. Wait, okay, I'm Gen X. Used to time before social media. Used to the time before social media and internet. I remember chatting women up in person to get laid. I still think that's the best way. I don't know. I never thought I would see the day when phones are used mostly for everything except calling. It's weird, ain't it? Suavier says, God is good. Why? What are you drinking, brother? Oh, I call this stuff Colon Ream. It's a smoothie. It's a vegetable smoothie. It has a lot of good stuff in it. And I'll explain that to you in a minute. Suavier says, oh shit, he going off. He said he licking the bum. That's not what I said. Oh man. All right. So yeah, man. I mean, yeah. When you have entrusted not only your heart, your love, your attention, your time, but also your sperm into a person who is the enemy within. And I'm not the type of man that likes to bash women or whatever. And I do believe that every man has to take responsibility for the relationships that they develop, regardless of how far it goes or how early it closes. But when a decent man has hooked up with a bad woman, it's a bad situation. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Now, sure, people can say, well, you have nobody to blame except for yourself. And that may be true. That doesn't relieve the fact that you have gotten yourself into a situation with somebody who was supposed to love you and cherish you and be by your side and help you out and support you, is now trying to tear you down from within. They're not trying to get somebody to come and perform a hit on you, but what they're trying to do is break your spirit. What they're trying to do is hurt your feelings consistently and habitually. What they're trying to do is demoralize you. What they're trying to do is consistently ridicule you. The enemy within. It ain't the new girls you meeting that are trying to do this. It's the one that you have to deal with because you got kids by her. Yeah. Or you married her. Y'all may still be married. There are plenty of married couples who treat each other like sworn enemies. What we doing? Huh? What we doing? We got 15 likes. We can do better than that. We got 13 viewers. We can do better than that. 13, 18. I see it's a lot of fluctuation. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. But we got to do a little better. What do y'all know about the enemy within? The enemy within. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people may not believe that the enemy within is the bigger threat. You know, mentally, we have to do whatever we have to do. We have to do whatever is necessary in order to be able to keep our own peace. You know, if you work at a bad job or if you work at a job that really doesn't do anything for you on the inside, it doesn't do anything for you spiritually, even morally, it may take something away from you. Maybe you're doing a job that you don't really believe in. You know, I don't mean like a stripper or something like that. You could be a policeman and don't really believe in the principles of being of what being a policeman is. Maybe you would like to be more of a service officer, but you are encouraged more to be corrupt. You know? So, I don't know too many things worse than having to get up, get washed, and get dressed to go to a job that you can't stand. That's like 8 hours or more of torture, straight torture. What y'all know about it? You ever had a bad job before? How long did you stay in one? Because some people will stay in a bad job for the money. I mean, what other reason would you stay at a job? I can't even think of another or a better reason to get a job. Yeah. Jobs are all about the money for me. But yeah. So dealing with a fox in your own hen house, being on a job where people are trying to make you look bad, make you look incompetent, trying to get you fired, trying to get you written up, trying to keep you stressed out, trying to keep you from being satisfied with the way that you generate an income. Do you know what I'm saying? Having a bad job is like having the enemy within. And sometimes, a lot of times, the enemy is within. So the enemy is the one that's trying to get you from, or trying to prevent you from collecting a paycheck. That's the enemy. The enemy is the one that is, quote unquote, snitching on you at work. And I hate when people talk about snitching on somebody at work, because I don't even understand what snitching at work is. What does that mean? What does that mean? Senor Ramirez says sleeping with the enemy. Yeah. If your girlfriend, if the enemy is your girl, your wife, your baby moms. Most of these times when somebody is really your enemy, and that way you find out too late. Now, I don't mean too late in terms of there's no way you're going to be able to do anything about it, but it may be too late for you to turn back. Man, when you have children with somebody and you have been brought up to be responsible, to take care of yours no matter what, to provide for yours no matter what, sometimes you can wind up wishing that you weren't raised that way. Sometimes you, let me ask y'all that. We talk about the enemy within. But let me ask y'all this question. Whoever is within the sound of my voice, have you ever wished that you weren't raised with the good values and morals or ethics or ways that you've been raised? Have you ever regretted being taught to always do the right thing? Think about it. Have you ever seen somebody just run amok and act a fool and cause all kinds of chaos and trouble and really, really just be a menace, and thought to yourself like, yo, I wish I could do that sometimes. I wish I could be that way sometimes. I wish I wasn't raised with the love in my heart. I wish I could lay out a fart and act like I wasn't the one who was thinking. I wish that sometimes I wouldn't be thinking about the other people and their welfare. Sometimes I wish I was raised not to care, but I wasn't brought up that way. So I gotta always say the right things, try not to hurt nobody, and feel like I was invited to the wrong party. Sometimes I wish that I was raised a little bit demonic, but I'm smoking chronic. Even left the chronic alone. The light shone on me, and I wish that or should I say he or she is more like somebody I wanna be. Have you ever done it? Have you ever felt like, damn, I wish I wasn't raised to set schedules, keep my word, do the right things, stand by what I say. Sometimes I wish I wasn't raised that way. You ever feel that way? Because it's not unusual to feel that way sometimes. Sometimes you don't want to do the right things. And when you see, or when you're dealing with the enemy within, you may have to deal with a lot of situations in which you are still going to follow through with what you promised that you would do, even if somebody doesn't deserve it. Alfie Heaps says, I am in the army in Ukraine. You telling the truth? Because if you were in the army in Ukraine, you probably wouldn't have a lot of time to be on YouTube just busting it up. Y'all got bigger fish to fry. But if you are a soldier in the army in Ukraine, I want to say peace to you. And I really, really hope things work out for you. Please stay safe. Alfie says, yes. Yeah. Why would I lie about that? Because people come on this show and all over social media and YouTube or whatever. They do come in. They just come in and lie. They do. We've had some people. I mean, if you scroll up a little bit, you'll see that many people have come on here and told lies tonight. So I don't know. And he says, thanks. My friend died in front of me. I would imagine that a lot of them did. Anything to say about Russia? Well, I'm not a fan of Russia. Never have been. And I actually do have Ukrainian people that I know and that I like and that I consider friends. A colleague of mine named Susan is actually the person that I buy jewelry from. And she's always been very straight up with me. So I appreciate her. You know. Says neither, you're not a fan of Russia either. I bet you're not right now. Said I was shot 4 days ago. Really? Are you in the hospital now? Are you recovering from your wounds? Where were you shot? I hope you make a full recovery. I really do. I hope you make a full recovery. You were shot in the leg and arm? I wasn't aware that y'all had a lot of ground troops. There's a lot of ground troops on the in the war. Let's see. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. There are definitely ground troops in Ukraine. So, yo, man, I mean, for real, Good luck. I really hope y'all win because Putin and that whole invasion shit. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that shit. That shit is very Hitler-like, and you said a lot of ground troops. Take a guess how many? Well, it says 250,000. That's what I read. 250,000. It's a lot of. Those are a lot of troops, especially ground troops. Logan McCoy says, "Guaranteed cat. Why would you be in the live chat room if you just got shot?" Well, if he's laid up in the hospital and he can't participate in any more of the fighting. But don't get me wrong, Logan, it's a valid question. You see, I was questioning them too. Like, we get a lot of different people from different countries and things that come on the show. And this is the first time I ever heard anybody say that they were a Ukrainian soldier. What time is it in Ukraine? What part of Ukraine are you from? Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. I appreciate you. Yeah, I do. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button. If you do it, I'm going to do a little something. I'm going to make sure that I deliver, and I'm going to care, and I'm going to make sure this show is something you want to share. Yeah, we're here. Yeah, and you're there, but we get together and we do things that no matter however things that go, yeah, the show must go on. I warn anybody who comes through hating and bluffing, yeah, we going to do a little something to discourage or disparage anybody want to come through here, horse and buggy carriage. You can get carried away, but I'm going to talk to y'all today, and we are talking about the enemy within. Do you understand? Yeah, I'm down with this. Get another plan. Yeah, the enemy within. Is the enemy within bigger than the threat from outside forces? The enemy within, is that our biggest problem? Yo, Seth L, baby, what up? Yo, man, haven't seen you around here in a while, man. You are a sight for sore eyes. What's going on? What's going on? Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through. But yeah, the enemy within, it's a real thing. And even though we might not be talking about it a whole lot tonight, hopefully I'm putting something on your mind because, when you really think about what the enemy within conveys and what it does, because the enemy within can actually be in your mind. And that's sometimes the problem. The enemy within sometimes is a perception more than a reality. So when you have been put in a place or in a position where the people who are closest to you seem to be moving funny, even if they're not doing anything sinister, but they might be moving funny to the point where it's taking away your ability to feel safe, secure, peaceful, and being able to trust. What up, Jay? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. Yosef says, LOL, I be listening, but not always commenting. And I ain't even mad at that. Not mad at it at all. The only thing I'm saying is that when I can't see y'all, I don't know that y'all here. So I'm thinking like, they stopped messing with the channel. Oh, well, no, I actually, we on a little bit later. We was on at 1:00 for a long time. Well, for months. And then all of a sudden, here we are at 2:00, and it's going to be 2:00 for the foreseeable future. Not for the long term, but there's a situation going on in my job that doesn't allow me to get off work. That doesn't allow me to get off work until at least 1:00. So I got an hour from the time I get off work to come up here and start the show at 2. So that's how that's going down now. As soon as we find a replacement for the position that I'm filling in for, then we'll be going back to 1 o'clock. And I want to go back to 1 o'clock. I want to go back to 1 o'clock, even though there's nothing wrong with 2 o'clock. But this is kind of wreaking havoc on my sleep patterns or whatever. But it be the way it be and it go the way it go. So we roll with the punches. Kermit 559 Sanchez, what's going on? What's going on? He says, son, what is your job in real life? I would tell you, but I don't really like to talk about what I do on the show. Reason being, a lot of these companies will try to attach themselves to your channel if it's doing well, and they'll try to say that you are either making their company look bad. That's why, let's say if I wore my company's logo or a badge where it was identifiable, a lot of people have been fired from jobs or disciplined and things like that. So I don't like to talk about what I do or where I work. But just know this. I work in the health field, and I enjoy what I do, and I work in management. That's all I can say. You can kind of connect the dots. Yeah, so that's, I'm definitely not getting rich this way. I'm talking about at my job, but it definitely pays my bills and leaves me with a couple of dollars left over to do some things. And I ain't mad at that. Yosef says, nah, I rock with you. You know that I be doing stuff without a doubt. Seka Sala, what's good? He says, my enemy within, when I used to speak in public and it had me throwing up before class. My aunt took me to a Panamanian lady. She did some spiritual stuff more like voodoo. After that day, it went away. Well, shit. If it works, count it in. Logan McCoy says, you don't have to give us your company. You could just say you work in transportation, manufacturing, etc. Well, I gave you a clue. Like I said, I work in management in the health field. I'm not a nurse and I'm not a doctor. Richard Ramirez says, I know what your job is and where you work, but I won't say since you don't want it out there. Oh, yeah? Actually, I wouldn't care if you put it out there. If you're right, I won't deny it. But we've had people who've come on here claiming that they worked at my job and, they had certain information, but then they got some things wrong. But I think it's interesting that Senor Ramirez, you just made this account very recently. You know what I'm saying? So if you do work at my job, I don't think you would hide that. I really don't. Tyler Weaver says, I don't know what NGL stands for. From the title of this, I thought you were referring to what Trump said on TV. Well, I talked about that in the beginning of the show. I mean, because he does talk a lot about the enemy within being the radical Democrats. He considers the Democratic Party to be an enemy of him. And he says, well, I talked earlier in the show, I talked about how according to him, the enemy within, like the domestic enemy, which he considers the Democratic Party to be, is more dangerous than China, Russia, North Korea, but not Venezuela. Wink the fuck wink. So, but when it comes to crime, the enemy within is not the problem. Politically, the enemy within is the problem. But when it comes to crime, He says that the immigrants are the problem, not the people in the United States. Now I'm trying to figure out who are the dummies who thinks that American citizens aren't the most violent, the most corrupt, the wildest, the craziest. You know, like what? Listen, man, I live on a street where there are drug dealers right there on my block, and I know them. Not one of them is an immigrant. And guess what? There are no immigrant customers that come through, and there are no immigrant dealers. So yeah, so we were talking about what Trump was talking about. We touched on that. Let me see. Richard Ramirez says, I heard you on the phone. Are you sure? Go ahead. I said I won't tell it. If you want to tell it, you go ahead. If you feel like that's what you want to do and that's what you need to do, go ahead. Go ahead. Just make sure you get it right. I mean, I don't do anything illegal for a living, so I don't really give a fuck. So I can't get in trouble for what you say. I can get in trouble for what I say. See how that works? You know what I mean? So you can say whatever you want to. They can't bang me for that. And Richard Ramirez is not your real name. They can't bang you for that. So I don't really give a fuck. Knock yourself out. If that's what you know. I'm just saying. Michael Crumb says he's getting so defensive. I mean, y'all trolls say that I'm getting defensive. Like I said, see, I don't respond well to threats. My thing is do it. Don't talk about this shit because I don't scare easily. Do it. You got one bullet in the chamber. You better not miss. You got one bullet in the chamber. You don't have any in the magazine. You don't have any bullets in the clip. You got one shot. Better make it check. Better make it count because you can't pistol whip me. There's no way I'm gonna let you pistol whip me with an empty gun. So listen, man, we don't do this punk shit over here. Just say it. Just say it. That don't work. All right. Okay. Michael Crumb says he works at Rite Aid at the pharmacy. Woo! Kermit says pharmaceutical dealership member. Oh man, Logan McCoy says I work at Bank of America, most boring corporate job ever. Well, there's so many different jobs in a bank. I used to work in a bank when I was in college back in the day. I hated this shit. Well, I worked at a regular bank and then I worked at the Federal Reserve Bank, and I actually did like that one. All right. Seka Sala says doctors said I had anxiety and wanted to prescribe me meds, but after that session it went away. So I don't know if it was mental or what. But like you said, whatever works for you. Well, anxiety. Yeah, I know a little something about anxiety because I've actually suffered from it before. And the worst thing about anxiety is it makes you fearful for nothing. But the thing about anxiety is it really deals with you personally. It doesn't normally have anything to do with what anybody else is doing or how they fit. You know, there's something going on inside. You're not a crazy person, but it makes you believe like it makes you believe that there's something close to you or within you to fear. Like anxiety can make you think that you're going crazy. It can make you think that you're sick. It can make you think that doom and gloom is right around the corner. But it deals with fear, and fear is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. That's the acronym for fear. False evidence appearing real. And those are the main facets of anxiety. So once you'll know that you're overcoming your anxiety, once you start to recognize the things that are making you anxious, the things that are making you fearful, the things that are making you uneasy, and you realize that it's all you, it's all perception, it's all bullshit. Ain't nobody after you, ain't nobody trying to hurt you. You're not sick. You didn't fuck up, but beyond repair. You know what I mean? So, it's a hell of a journey, and it can take a while for you to get it together. But there are techniques that you can employ, and hopefully, you're learning those techniques. I can actually show you a few if you're interested, and they actually work. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because, when you suffer from anxiety, your heart rate increases. So you think you're having a heart attack. Your breathing is affected. So you think that you can't breathe. That's all this shit is fucking crazy. It's crazy. Crazy, son. Crazy. Yosef says, why is people questioning this man about his occupation? Man, motherfuckers be curious, son. I mean, they be curious. They be curious. Michael Crumb says he's weak. Oh, you know what? If I didn't know, I didn't look, man. We were so engulfed in what we were talking about. I didn't even realize this bitch ass nigga was hating. I ain't know. That shit went over my head. Now I see it. We got a pussy in the chat, and his name is Michael Crumb. His name is Michael Crumb. He's a bitch. Listen, you suck ass. Since you're so brave, call into the show. 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. Show your work. You don't have to spend all your time. You want attention? Call into the show. I'll give you the floor. You can say whatever you want. You know what I mean? No censorship. No censorship. I do not tell people what to say or how to say it. Get your thoughts together though. Be ready. Be ready. Because it ain't as sweet as you think. It's easy to talk shit, in a chat where nobody knows what you look like. Nobody knows how you sound. Nobody knows that you stutter or you stammer or you can't complete you can't get a complete thought together. It's different. It's different. It's different. So we have a call on the line. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. We're going to see. We're going to see in just a second. Yeah, Michael Crumb's talking about you're not ready. If I wasn't ready, dickhead, I wouldn't be in front of this camera. I'm here every night. I'm ready. I'm so ready. You're not ready. This is what I do. When you came here, there were people here. When you leave, there'll be people left. You see how that works? See how easy this math is? This is easy work. When you came here, there were people here. Who do you think they were here to see? God. When you leave, there will still be people here. Who do you think that they are still here to see? God. Let's summon the Lord. Yo, cats be coming on through, always trying to talk shit about the shit I do. But the shit ain't gonna work. You jerks is gonna get hurt. Yeah, you come through, but you ain't ready to squirt them words out of your mouth. That's why you won't call. And I'm the type of nigga that call you out like your balls. You old bitch ass nigga, you really think that you're coming through here and you figured that you can do the job that I do, but you ain't ready. Talking about I ain't no ready. No, you ain't steady, you old sucker ass motherfucker thinking you're hard. You really want to rest around here on guard. I'ma show you how this thing works. You can come through here and twerk. Yeah, that's you kind of dude that would really twerk. You kind of dude this shake your. You kind of dude who come through here and try to have a couple of words and break out fast. You old punk ass motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. So fucking Michael Crumb. Fuck out of here. All right. Richard says, bro, relax. Nobody wants to hurt you. Chill. Man, get the fuck out of here. Tell me what people want to do. The more you heard them, yeah, fuck out of here. Tyler Weaver says, don't even acknowledge these people. Exactly. Fuck them. All right, Elijah Gamboa says, damn, Michael, he calling. Of course, that's what I do. I call him out. Call him out. Listen, we don't do that punk shit around here. You come to the wrong place. Come to the wrong place. Because we have a number that you can call. I'm about to take a call in a second. Caller with the numbers 9063. I'm about to cue you in. Give me just a second. I'm about to cue you in. You know, I show improve. See, I can't be on here fronting. You know, I don't put myself on a platform where only I can do the talking. I invite you to come in. Take a seat at the table. Get comfy. Talk your shit. That's right, Elijah. He said, summon the Lord. Michael Crumb pick up. Said, pick up. Oh, you ready? Oh, let's go. Let's go. I hope this is you. Caller with the last numbers 9063. Welcome to the Daily Go Get 'Emism Show. What's on your mind tonight? What's good? What, you can't hear me? This is the bitch ass shit that I be talking about. This is it. Y'all don't hear nothing but static. I don't hear any words. Y'all hear anything? I don't hear anything. I'm going to consider him to be a troll. All right, so let me close his line. All right, we have another caller. Let's see how this one goes. Now, let me warn y'all. Where I'm on East Coast time, coming to y'all live and direct from Philly. And it's 3:35 in the morning where I am. So people are up. They don't have shit to do. So a lot of times people call in and they're serious. They want to have a conversation. They want to, you know, express themselves. They want to talk about some things. They want to work some things out. And then some people just call in to troll, talk shit, you know, try to be funny, you know, say something real quick. All of a sudden, we have 3 callers on the line. So I just wanted to give y'all that little warning. And no disrespect to the callers who may be serious. Let's see how it goes. All right, caller with the last number is 9356. Welcome to the Daily Go Get 'Emism Show. What's on your mind tonight?
Hey there.
Hey there, you. What's good?
You spooked me. I didn't know. I just saw this. I was told to call it. Figured why not check it out.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I hear the.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you were told to call? Do you know where you're calling in? Why would you just call the number because you were told to call?
It was just a random chat, honestly. I just wanted to check it out. I wasn't on no disrespectful. Nothing like that. I just want to see what it was about.
Okay, well,
my apologies.
I mean,
what the calls you've been getting.
You don't have to apologize. I'm just trying to figure out, like, do you know the topic of what we're talking about tonight, or do you think this is just a random call-in show and you just talk about anything?
No, yeah, it was just a random show.
Well, no, it's not a random show. So the topic of discussion tonight that we were talking about is called the enemy within. So we're talking about how well you can trust the people who are close to you or do you consider them to be enemies of you? Or are they blocking your pathways to peace, tranquility, being comfortable, feeling safe and secure? So that's what we're talking about tonight. The enemy within. Or is the enemy within, or is the enemy within not the enemy, but more people that you don't know, outsiders, strangers, and things like that? That's what we're talking about tonight. You got it?
Okay. Yeah, I understand that.
All right. So for you, which would it be? Do you have any commentary to lend to that concept?
Yeah, actually, I grew up in a small town area down in Arkansas, and I had a lot of people that weren't necessarily related to me, but I consider them related to me because I didn't necessarily have a lot of blood family in my life. And there was often times where I was faced with betrayal, you know, like straight backstabbing. And nowadays I'm grown up out of high school, all that. I have a hard time trusting people now. I don't consider people family as much as I would now, of course. And I don't know, it's hard to let people in.
Okay, so you're saying that
not trying to like make you my therapist or anything like that.
No. Listen, I mean, I brought it up, right? This is the topic that we're talking about. I'm really just trying to get clarity from you. And first of all, I want you to get comfortable because I'm not going to rush you off the phone. You know what I mean? It's not like other it's not like calling to a radio show where, you know, they're going to rush you and get you off of here in 2 minutes. I'm going to give you a chance to, you know, to really express yourself. So, you know, don't worry about time constraints.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So okay. So if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that in the small town that you grew up in Arkansas, and by the way, my mom is from Arkansas originally. So
okay.
Yeah, and she's from a small town, a little small town called Smackover. I think it's near Little Rock, but I'm not really sure. But anyway, so you know, growing up in a small town where a lot of people may know each other and things like that, a lot of people would think that would be a place where you would be able to feel safe all the time. But but culture means a lot. So if you grew up in a culture where people are sort of in a dog-eat-dog type of mentality, and not everybody accepts that, and you may not be the type of person that accepts that type of behavior, it can make you feel like the enemy is within. Like maybe you're not comfortable or unable to trust the people who may have been closest to you. And you did express that a little bit, but you know, I don't know if I'm repeating you or if I'm not accurately describing your situation. So please don't be shy about correcting me.
Oh no, that was you got that pretty accurate, honestly. I had a really close friend of me that would, I don't know, it was like he became my worst enemy for a really long time. And I don't know, I got out of high school. We didn't didn't talk about it, anything like that. And now I just sit with it.
Okay.
Like I have a lot of hate for people I shouldn't have hated for anymore. And a lot of people that I see now, because I'm 8 hours away, some people act like them and remind me of them. And I guess that kind of opens that back up for me.
Now, why would your best friend become an enemy to you? You don't necessarily have to tell me what he did, but I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, okay. Let me tell you this. I have a friend who used to always say that most of the people who are your enemies used to be your best friends, and that your friends make the best enemies because they know everything about you. And now I never thought that was true because I've never had a friend who became an enemy, but some people have, and I think a lot of it depends on what you call an enemy or just somebody that you disassociate with. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. With him, it was like telling people he was going to fight me outside of school.
Okay.
And then it never happened, obviously. But I don't know. I tried. I went through a lot of. I went through a lot of stuff in my childhood, so I try to keep my peace nowadays.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know what do I do to try to resolve it, honestly, because I don't honestly feel I did anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it did get to the point where we were both just being shit people to each other.
Okay.
Like, is it because I feel like I did something wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what the enemy within?
Wait, did you do something wrong, or did he do something wrong to you? Did you do something wrong to him? Did y'all do something wrong equally to each other?
It gets to be one of those things where you don't even know who started it anymore. Like, I was okay. I know what started it now. I pissed off his mom for some reason. And that was it. Something to do with food at their house. And after that, he started hating me. And then later on, it got to be like him trying to get me fired from my job for smoking pot, or I don't know, me doing. I can't say that. Never mind. But
okay,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, when I think about a friend becoming an enemy and the enemy being within, I'm thinking that there should probably be something really, really big in order to separate a good friend to the point where you become enemies. You know what I mean? I would hope that it wouldn't be something petty or something that could easily be fixed. Like, it would be like, for example, like, let's say me or you, let's say we were the best of friends, and I get drunk one night and I don't know, throw up in your car, and you never forgave me for it because it was a new car, and you weren't able to get that nasty smell out of it. You know what I mean? And maybe I wasn't very apologetic about it, but now because of that, we're not friends anymore. That doesn't seem like a good reason to not be good friends or best friends anymore. But it can happen. You know what I mean? Maybe you looked at it as me being disrespectful, or just taking you for granted, not thinking about how much money that you paid for the car and how much time that you put into it. It could be a variety of things. But I'm thinking that it should be, in order for friends not to be friends anymore, I would hope that it would be something big that would do that, instead of something that a conversation and maybe a couple of dollars could work out.
Okay, yeah.
But it happens, it happens.
Yeah. Uh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just that's honestly just been something on my mind.
Okay.
And me just hopping on this random call.
All right.
I don't know. That's amazing to me. I don't know. I'm sorry for all the not sorry for all the people wasting your time, but I'm sorry you got to go through that kind of people.
That's okay. It's okay. You can't do this. You can't do this kind of job, this kind of work, and have thin skin. So it's not that big of a deal. But listen, man, I want to thank you for calling in. I appreciate your commentary, and you know, you ever get a chance, stop through again, and please subscribe to the channel, give me a like, and you know, we can continue this on another day at another time.
Yeah, of course. So what's the name again?
The channel is the Daily Go Getimism Show. My name is Sun752, SUN752, and that's actually the name of the channel, but this is called the Daily Go Getimism Show.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, man. You have a good night. Be safe.
You too, man.
All right.
You too.
Good call. You know what I mean? Good call. It was a good start. Like I said, I don't know if Michael called in. We have no way of knowing that. I know one thing. There's nobody on the line right now. And when you call in, when I'm talking to another person on the line, there is no busy signal. You can hear everything that's on the phone. You can hear the show on the phone. There's a separate microphone. So, you know, I can actually cue everybody in who calls. I can take up to 50 calls and have it like a conference call, like a big audio Zoom call. So there's no reason for anybody to get impatient and hang up and all of that kind of shit. So, you know, listen. If you're scared, say that you're scared. I do this every night. You don't. So I don't blame you for not wanting to come into the lion's den. You're not built for this. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but you're not prepared for this. Nowhere in your life did you wake up this morning and say, yo, tonight I think I'm going to call into a live show and go toe to toe with the artist. I mean, with the host. That's not what you came here for. That would be like you going to a show to see Drake or Kendrick Lamar, and they all of a sudden pull you on stage and hand you the microphone and tell you to rock. Go ahead, spit your rhymes. You ain't got no rhymes. You didn't come there. You didn't come there to get on stage. You don't know how to perform. You don't have no rhymes. You ain't ready. You ain't ready to grab the microphone. I get it. I am. Every night, I'm ready to grab the microphone. This is what I do. So your job is to stay in the chat and hate and bullshit and try to make people think that you were brave enough to call in. But I'm going to tell them the truth. That's my job. You should get a job in a restaurant as a waitress. You are a hater. You hate on tables. You a waitress. That's a girl hater. You work in a restaurant. You a hater. You over there hating on tables. You over there hating on tables, oh bitch ass. As we proceed to give you what you need, we gonna keep on moving, man. We got a few minutes left in the show. If anybody would like to call into the show, 319-527-6199 is the number to call. You know what I mean? I can get you right on up in here. We are talking about the enemy within. First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming through. I want to thank y'all in advance. I want to thank y'all for coming through. For the new people, who have shown up, let me give y'all a shout out. I see Jad Man, my number one fan. My number one fan, Jad Man, is in the house. What up, Jad? And Spin Out, what's going on? What's up? and Elijah Gamboa and Rico Jordan. What's good? Tyler Weber. Appreciate y'all coming through. Addison Schuyler, Quentin Cartwright. I just want to make sure that everybody gets acknowledged. Everybody counts. Everybody counts. So yeah, man, the enemy within, that shit ain't no joke. That shit ain't no joke, man. Any situation where you feel like the people who you are surrounded by, who you're supposed to be able to trust, love, count on, depend on, when you feel like they are moving against you, side with the ops. Look, ops. And look, he's best friends with the ops. Stop. Best friend with the ops. Stop. Best friend with the ops. Stop. Yo, I was warned by my pops. I said, you a best friend with my ops. I said, stop. You're best friend with my ops. I said, stop. Why would anybody want to be best friends with the ops? I don't understand. They need to stop. I stopped a long time ago. I can't trust nobody, but somebody have to, yo. You can't go through your whole life with trust issues. That shit make your nose run. Get the tissue, because you're going to be crying and lying and act like everybody out there is really trying to hurt you. And they not, so you know it's cap, but you got to do something about that. Hey, you can't live your life scared and nervous. Make you feel like you on a hearse or getting close to that long ass limo with the hearses in the back. You're under attack. I work in a place where I see death every day. And yo, let me do it right. I work in a place where I see crime every day and it don't pay. I ain't going to jail or nothing for sale. I ain't pushing no drugs or hanging around thugs. If you act too bug, gotta get away from you, because that ain't nothing down. Ain't what I'm trying to do. I'ma make sure that I live my life in the right way. With my kids and my wife, I'm trying to get the money, stack it to the ceiling, and always have a hell of a good feeling. If you can't relate to that shit, then you gotta fall back, because I ain't down with none of that. Yo, this is the way, the life, the way, the knowledge, the wisdom. Yo, I smoked the ism back in 94, but not no more, because in May 15th, I lost my best boy. It's hard when you lose your best friend. It's hard when you think that the end is coming for you, and it's coming real soon. It makes you feel like you get scooped up with a spoon and taken out. Hey, yo. All right, man. The enemy within, son. The enemy within, son. The enemy within, son. Please somebody explain how comes no sunny days, all I see is rain. Pain is the only thing that I ever really feel, and the feel like pain that I'm feeling is real. That's how the enemy within feels to you, even if it's on your perception. That's what it do. My crew can't come for me because they don't understand the things that I'm going through. I see all kinds of visions and they not good. Sometimes I be like, I'ma leave the hood, but I don't want to leave my people stranded, because even though I can't give them everything red-handed or eating up my palm, but I stay calm because I want to make sure that they know I ain't causing harm. Yo, the life that we lead, and sometimes leaves niggas shot and stabbed and bleeding. It don't mean that you was the one who's doing it, but you gotta be the one that's ruined shit. Yo, my life is going in the direction that I need to go, even if it's snowing, even if it's too hot. All the money that I got don't mean nothing if I can't get comfortable in the spot. All right, man, let's chill. Chill. Everybody chill, man, son. Everybody chill, son. Everybody chill. Everybody chill, son. Everybody chill. Lynn the Realist says, LOL, he been freestyling for a while now, switching up the instrument. You know what I mean? We gonna get into different pockets of flows. So we gonna get into different pockets of flows. I'm a big I'm a big battle rap fan. Anybody out there like battle rap? I mean, I be feeling like I'm the only person out there that follows battle rap, man. It be pissing me off. I be like, man, you know what I mean? Because I'm 54 years old, so I can't really hang around battle rap people because they crazy. They smoke too much weed. They into too much street shit. They into all of that gang shit. I'm like, I can't fuck with y'all. I just want, so I can't go to the events, but I order the events on pay-per-view. You know? Jadman says, what you know about Smack DVDs? Smack DVDs? What you know about the URL channel? What you know about the URL app? Hold on, man. Hold on, let me show you my phone. All my phones. What you know about the URL app? What you know? What you know? Right there, right there, right there, right there. You see that? Yeah. I listen to battle rap every day. Because I can't listen to this.
90 seconds.
I can't really listen to a lot of this bullshit that's out here. There's a lot of hip hop today. I'll be like, oh God, man, where are the bars? What happened to lyrics? I thought rap music was supposed to have lyrics. Oslo. Oh, Solo. Yo, you a O Solo fan? Wow. O Solo is dope. Yo, he is. He's so different. Like he's so different. O Solo is the truth. But you be thinking like this. You be thinking like he not really rapping, but he is. You be thinking like he about to mess up, but he don't. That shit is hot. Stacey White, what's going on? You done woke up in the middle of the night like, let me go to the channel. What's up? What's going on, Stacey? Thanks for coming through. Lyman is him? Who's Lyman? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right, man. That's what's up, man. I'm glad we got some battle rap fans.
10 seconds.
It's all about the beats today. Forget the lyrics. Man. How was it never? It was always about the beats, but we had lyrics. You know, you're supposed to have lyrics. Spinoza says, bruh, his speech before and after the fight makes me smile and freak out on the mic. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It says, look now how he focused and ready to do damage. And that's skill, like with everything in life. That's what's up, man. All right, so this is what we're going to do. It's almost 4 in the morning. Oh, it's 4 in the morning. We got to do these birthday shout-outs. Let's do these birthday shout-outs. We have some birthday shout-outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious October 15th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get, yes, Arsenal is dope. I still like Arsenal. I don't care what nobody say. Okay. Number one out the box, Serafina Lieres, happy birthday to you. And also Morel Dobbins, happy birthday. And Tara Better, happy birthday. And my girl Chandra Thomas, happy birthday to you. And Kedra, happy birthday. And Bruce Sobers, happy birthday to you, my brother. And Keith Hoke, happy birthday. And Santos Anna Santos. And Clementina Nawulu, happy birthday. And also Osha, the real me Wooten. Osha, the real me Wooten. And Simone Mitchell, last but not least, my man, Simone Mitchell. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious October 15th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. Turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn to rock out. Rock on it, do the damn rock out. Rock on it, do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember. Go hard, go for yours, and remember. Go hard, go for yours, and remember. Yo, I gotta put this thing on you like Timberlands from the 1989 and up to 99, 2000 is mine. I got to make sure that you got the gear, and I gotta spit these kind of lyrics right up in your ear. And I'm on a tear, making sure I take it there. You want to take it there? Well, we gonna take it there. And I hope that you prepare for this, but you probably ain't ready for the on my list. But my list is long, just like my dick. And y'all gotta get off all that shit. And I'm only talking to them sucker ass niggas. You know, the ones who think they large, they ain't got no hands pulling triggers. And they ain't got enough bullets in the clip. You ain't really ready to come up off the hip. But if you slip up and start talking all that shit, it's going to be a problem with you, and you can deal with it. And nothing that'd be better for you if you just slide, because you ain't ready to ride. And you're probably just high. Yo, I ain't mean to say it. Yo, this is a big debt. I ain't mean to pay it. I ain't mean to do all of those things I said. And yo, I'm just like a book you got read. And yo, you ain't ready for the red and blue. I ain't talking about Bloods and Crips. I'm talking about you, your skin. When I go up within that eye socket, pull that bitch out, and you thin. You got laid out. Your shit is played out. This is the new day, and your shit made it out. Just like the soldier in Ukraine, motherfuckers is over in Israel. I can't explain. Palestinians dropping bombs and Hamas, and I don't know if we gonna be able to take the loss. I paid the cost to be the boss. I'm not stopping. Make sure that I pull the bottle out the top and drink it down, and that shit is all right. All right, man. All right, we out. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, 2 a.m. Yes, 2 a.m. We start the show at 2 a.m. in the morning. Some of y'all waking up, you're like, yo, it's 4 in the morning. Yo, I'm just waking up and about to go to work. Some of y'all like, I don't know. I mean, I was just up, you know what I mean, drinking, smoking, you know what I mean, chilling out, you know what I mean. I'm off. Whatever the case may be, man. We was talking about the enemy within. Try to keep the enemy within out. Make sure that the enemy within is not within yourself. You know what I mean? Pituitary gland, your third eye. You know what I mean? Use your third eye, baby. Expand your universe. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, freedom, power, equality, God, building, destroy, born, cipher. That's supreme mathematics. All right. So we got to get on up out of here. Let me take off my gear. You know what I'm saying? I can take my uniform off. I'm about to clock out and everything. Look, I can take my microphone off. Loosen up a little bit. Take my black ass to bed though. I ain't going away. All right. Let me take y'all uniform off of y'all too. If y'all didn't know, if y'all ain't know y'all was wearing a uniform, this is how y'all look earlier. This is you. This was you. This was you. This was you. You see, you got, yeah. We all rock the cow bones, baby. We all rock the cow bones. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel. I saw that. All right. All right, so we out. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Come back tomorrow, 2:00 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I holler back. Peace, y'all.